14 up until 1982. It actually held prisoners in-house until 1982. From 82 to 84, they actually used the jail as some sheriff's department offices and stuff like that. But then they realized, hey, they like heat and air and lack of humidity. I wanted to get rid of some of the humidity because you can tell we have a lot of humidity problems in here. Which, see, this one's doing right. It's not on, and it's on. I don't know what these things are doing. But, so the jailer and his family would have actually lived on this side of the jail. This wood floor you see over here in the corner is actually a piece of the original wood floor that ran throughout the jailer's quarters. The jail, and y'all can make yourself over and check out that picture too. When the jail was open though, there was a plaster and a paint on the walls. And during that 30 plus years that it was closed down to the public, because we didn't reopen until 2016 to the public. And during 2016 in October, we actually rented it as a haunted house, and we have every October since. We turned the jail into a haunted house in the month of October. And then the rest of the year, you know, we do daytime tours, the nighttime later tours, and of course, you know, different paranormal hunts and stuff like that. But when the jail was in use, though, there was a plaster and a paint on the wall. So it looks a little bit different than what it does now. You don't just see the bare bones of the jail back then. But because the plaster and the paint was full of asbestos, lead-based paints and stuff like that, they wanted to clean it all out. So once you get into the jail cells, you'll still see the bare bones of the jail. You won't see the prisoner writing on the walls and stuff like that that you do now, or that you would have back then. But we still love it, and we're glad we're able to open it back up and share it with people again. That picture over there, since I, really all of us saw those terrifying places, that picture up there we think is the picture of an old jailer. The story goes is that guy that was captured on the front porch when there was nobody standing there. This was a door over here behind the stool straight in front of me. And that was, one of the jailer's access points out to the porch. And the story goes that there was an old jailer in-house. They said every morning he could be seen standing in that exact spot smoking a pipe and drinking his coffee. And so, we have everybody, like Friday night on my tour, but hey, what's the most active place in here? We're going to the jail cell, and I'm like, you might want to stay downstairs. And they were like, really? I'm like, oh yeah. We have a lot of activity downstairs, not just upstairs, because I think this was their home, and I mean, they're still protecting their home. And so, and it's nothing, we've never been scared to run out of here. We've had people that it kind of catches them off guard sometimes that get scared and say, I'm never going back in there again. But it's nothing, you have to worry about. So, and since I do all the paranormal stuff in here, it's a lot of fun. I love my job.
That's nice.
We're going to kind of squeeze into this show.
Let them go first, Bubby. You stick with your group.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with this light, but it looks really cool. Go ahead.
Going. Go.
Doesn't look like that old mining kitchen I was gonna buy.
Yeah. From what I can see. I can't see too much. I got one.
Well, this room kind of y'all are coming into now is the kitchen area. I guess I'm gonna have to cut that light off. That is making me dizzy. Don't look at the light. But this is the jailer's kitchen area. So this is the kitchen that would have been utilized by the family, to prepare meals, not only for their family, but also for the prisoners. What's that?
I want to take a picture.
Want to take a
Grandma's
picture?
taking pictures. You know what? Here, Grandma will take a picture of you over here.
Why does that say
Right here.
dining?
It's to cut those big blocks of cheese that you can get up north. That's what this is for. You put a cheese wheel on here and you can slice up your pieces of cheese on
Go back
there.
with your brother.
So this is dining.
That is the dumbwaiter. See,
Dumbwaiter.
originally this hole in the wall behind me was not always here. It was normally a solid wall. So in order to get stuff out to the prisoners on the other side, on the top 2 floors, they used the dumbwaiter. Now you can go in there and check it out.
That's in the metal
But
thing
the
hanging.
dumbwaiter runs all the way up to the 3rd floor,
hit it,
and that's how
that's
they
an
would
alarm.
pass, the stuff out to the prisoners without having to run it up and down the stairs constantly. So, which once we get in there, since y'all have never been here, you'll see our big spiral staircase. You can look in it. Just
What?
stay in this room for right now.
Why does this say dining?
That was the dining room in here that we were just in.
It's like a little elevator.
It's an elevator for food and stuff like that.
Elevator for food.
Oh,
You see this right here? This is an old water pump. That's how you got your water out of the
While y'all
ground.
are looking right here, I'm gonna run down and turn the doesn't wanna go down, and I'll let y'all look, that way y'all have time to get it done where, and I'll meet y'all back in here.
Let it right by one of these sewing machines. Really cool. This one. Yeah. Derek, do you remember my old sewing machine I had like this?
Well, now y'all kind of transitioned from the jailer's area into the prisoner area in the jail.
See this? You can put it on there.
But, this room
It
right
gets
here is
really
the
hot,
laundry
and that's how you
room.
iron your
We
clothes.
know it was used, you know, some of them said they used it to do laundry, some of them said they would use it like, because before we were kind of surrounded by all these buildings here in town. They used to have bars and stuff out back, so we said the prisoners could bring their stuff in here, clean their vegetables and stuff, and then pass it in the kitchen to have it.
All the newspapers.
They had a multi-purpose room kind of thing for certain trustees that were allowed down here.
Oh, so it's kind
Well,
of like
that is funny, because like right now, the third floor is actually off limits, we can't take tours on there because of the railing height, which I'll show y'all when we get into the gallows.
Use your feet.
But right now, we realize there's no storage in the jail.
But I had one of those when I was married to Baby's dad. And then remember I told you about my arm getting stuck in the ringer washer?
But as we head out of this room, guys, make sure you look to your right and catch the outside of the dumbwaiter. And I'm gonna let y'all kind of trickle down and back up to the tunnel, you know, who wants to go down and check out the tunnel? And you know, grab the thing and put it here, but once you go up the stairs, I'll just drum roll if you will.
These are all. Do you remember I got one with that?
You know,
Are we going down the
yeah, just
tunnel?
hold on to the railings and watch your step and don't run on the stairs, please.
Oh, this feels good. This feels good. This feels good. This feels
Are you
good.
with
Why
Daddy?
does this feel so good?
Derek, are you with your dad? Are you gonna go with Grandma? Derek, did you help her get dry down?
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's dead end right here.
It's a dead end over here. There's nothing on there. She said we all just.
Keep going back.
There used to be more stairs.
So that's the tunnel that goes from one building.
We're gonna all gather in here for just a second, guys. Boys, not yet, we're gonna go in just a minute. I'm gonna have to run upstairs ahead of y'all so I can turn on the lights, so I don't send y'all into complete darkness.
Do you want me to leave this here, Derek? Can you just carry it?
I'm fixing to tell you, let's let everybody get back up here so I can tell everybody at one time.
Wait,
Please don't.
stand with your uncles.
Well, this area y'all are in now is our gallows area. As you can tell, we do have the noose and gallows up top, because we're kind of known as a hanging jail. But the jail was not originally meant to be a hanging jail. Once you get into the jail cells, you'll see there's a toilet, sink, and shower in every cell. Now, we do have the windows covered in there, so it is gonna be dark in the rooms, but originally, there's a lot of windows you're welcome to. Now, the ones that have curtains, you can pull back. Some of the black ones you can't, because they're stapled to the windows. But, you know, they put a lot of windows in the room, so the people weren't confined so much with no light, no fresh air, you know, all that things. And with them giving them toilet sinks and showers, that was a big thing back in 1900.
They beat and murdered. He beat and murdered
So
someone just
the
to
jail
get
was actually ahead of
$14.
its time, and we were actually featured in Popular Mechanics magazine in 1923. And they kept it more of a clubhouse or a grand mansion than they did a jail. And, but of course, you know, come the early 80s, you know, all this prisoner rights things, you know, so they decided, hey, they wanted, you know, more amenities than what they had to do. And so that's when, you know, when they deemed the jail and it happened to go and actually
Can
took all
I
the
get a
prisoners
picture
out.
of this?
But the reason for the noose and gallows on top of those two guys on top of that picture, which is Joe Gina and Bolton Brasso, and that y'all are actually coming in a few weeks ahead of the 95th anniversary of the hangings. The hangings occurred here on March 9th of 1928 for a murder they committed about a year and a half earlier on August 28th of 1926, when they murdered a local taxi cab driver, Mr. J.J. Gravel. They murdered him just to steal his car and the $14 he had on him. Turns out Joe Gina had some lady friends, the Sadlier sisters, and they were up in North Louisiana and he needed a car and some money to get to them. So, they killed Mr. Gravel, went on the run in his car. About 4 days later, they were actually captured, brought back here, of course, put on trial next door, and found guilty, you know, of the murder. Well, the town was not, you know, still today, it's not a big crime town. You know, for those that live here, you kind of realize, I mean, we have a few things, but it's not crazy like some places. And, but back then, this kind of murder was unheard of. So the townspeople wanted to make sure they made an example out of these two men to try to keep, you know, people from murdering their taxi cab drivers and other people. So they sentenced the gallows to be put up atop the third floor staircase railing where ours stands today. They hung the two men and then they took the gallows back down. Now, as far as we know, we can't find any history that the gallows were ever put back up again. So it only took two for us to forever be known as the hanging jail, but we do know of other murders and suicides. I mean, they were.
That's not the original road.
No, not the original rope or gallows. Unfortunately, now we had heard rumors that actually one of our judges here, he, I think it was his grandmother was the daughter of a jailer at one time, and they actually had the original noose, but it ended up disappearing over time. They said, we heard stories of they'd keep it under the bed in the jailer's bedroom, and they'd find it strode out in the hallways in the morning, strode out through the jail here and there. So eventually somebody took it back to a home. And then the same thing would happen there. So I don't know if they ever just said finally just throw it away so it would quit maneuvering itself wherever it wanted to be. But we had heard that story from different people from different families, you know, so it wasn't just one story, which in here I would believe it. We come in sometimes and find little, like you'll see, like little dust things or string after we clean up the haunted house, and you'll see them in perfectly shaped nooses sitting on the floor. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it happens a lot, more than what you realize. I've come in and found one sitting on the desk. Well, I knew I was, just like today, I was the last one to lock up Friday night at, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock, and I knew nobody had been in here, and I'm like, well, that wasn't there when I left, you know, so. Come in and find stuff laid on the floors, you know, lights cut off that I cut on, or vice versa, so that's why I don't stress about cutting lights back on when I leave, so they'll probably be off again, so who knows. But as we head upstairs, do y'all have any questions before we let y'all go check out the jail cells? I will tell y'all, like I told y'all, in this back room, if you look up here, there is a chain up here outside this doorway, and that's because the third floor is off limits to visitors, and if you notice, the railing is really low up there. That's why we don't let visitors go up on the third floor. And but there are 4 more cells up there, and if you look outside the front of the women's cell, which is this is where your maps kind of come in handy, so y'all got to use y'all's maps to let them know where they're at in here. But you can kind of realize this is solitary confinement. The very front cell is the women's cell. The 2 side cells are both general population. You'll see if you walk in the same cell twice. But I will turn on, if it's not on, the picture outside the women's cell. So there's a story on there about the women's cell. Make sure you read the story once you get into the women's cell, and you'll kind of see where the picture comes into play and why the cell looks different than what it does on the outside of the doorway. And solitary confinement, y'all are welcome to go inside the cells. Make sure you check out the boxes on the outside. Those are the locking mechanisms for the cell doors. They meant business with those locking mechanisms for sure. They weren't playing around. And but that is actually the cell that Gina Brasso was with the last year and a half of her life in here in the jail too. But I'm gonna run ahead and turn on some lights so y'all don't send y'all in the dark. If y'all have any questions, just holler at me. Just remember, guys, don't run on the stairs and be very, very careful, okay?
John.
Come on up, guys.
John, right here. You have to stay with your auntie. Miguel, stay with your auntie. Talon, Uncle Nico.
You're fine.
check out right here, this is the dumbwaiter on this floor, so you can see it's the same exact thing on each floor. I'll let you go on this one first, then I'll get the other lights. And y'all don't have to go in any particular order, you're welcome to go one of the other ones first, and I'll get the lights on for y'all.
Don't let go of my hand.
Look at me. Look at me.
I want to go
You let it go in there?
75 years?
Look, tell.
Johnny, come back. Can I go in now?
My prisoners.
Can I go in now?
Wait, what's it about?
Yeah. Go. I don't mind because you
You're gonna lock me.
Go. Go.
Hang on.
Wait, John.
You gotta be courteous, boy.
Oh no, we in a jail.
Get closer.
Yeah.
Castiel, come here. Cass, look.
We watches.
Okay. No.
Come on, Mac, get off of that.
Let's go to another one. Are you reading the outside?
Alright, Talon, let's go check out the
You
other one.
can get a picture of him with his eyes wide.
Hang on, we have to wait.
You are my prisoner right now.
Oh, it's a double one.
Let me go to
Wait, no.
So they don't share toilets, they just, there's only one person in there.
No, don't shut it. Don't touch that. Okay, come on.
Your dad's right there.
I'm over here. The guys gonna leave me here. Help me.
Well, that's up to you, D-Man.
No, it's locked in here.
It's
That
55
first one was
to
solitary, so there was only one per cell. The ones up here get to share everything. They share this thing. It's money. There's some that are open, guys, on the outside. I keep this one closed so people, you walk your arm on it.
This one has 12 prisoners. Everybody got to see you shower and get food.
Wow. Wait, what is this? Squid games?
This is Gen Pop.
Oh, Talon, look at the shower.
It's actually a lot roomier than I expected, even in the solitary. But the last old jail I went to was, the last old historical jail I went to was the Yuma Territorial, and that was from the Civil War. And it was military bathrooms, so it's not like they could regular people. Yeah, they wouldn't think now there's double doors.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Wait, is this the one
This looks like it's
Their eating area.
Don't touch.
How did they see?
No, this is the eating area.
Then where does it say when I am jail?
It does
Well,
say
it's the cleanest bathroom in the
difference is? They're usually beds of fine.
What?
I said Einstein.
Okay.
No.
I think this is the same as the other one.
Yes, it's tiny. That's the one.
Okay, cast it off.
Hang on.
And then we get his hand up my hair.
Picture.
He's like, Yankee.
I can't have the other one.
Wow, dude, look at all these.
Always need to watch where you're going.
Yep.
Let's see.
Don't touch.
Okay. You're not going to want to start right here. Didn't want them to bump up. Okay, follow your dad. Go with Uncle Coco. You know? Duck. He's taking pictures. Duck. Thank you. Drop one back down. You got him, Nelson?
Yeah, you want to keep my phone?
Well, what y'all think about the sales up there?
It was good.
Think I would stay in here?
No, I do not want to stay here.
I got 3 to spend.
Come on, it's a lot.
Do what?
of work.
I got 3 to spend.
Well, y'all are welcome to go into this room right here and check it out next. This is actually the only cell that was downstairs. There's a little book in there you can look at. It'll show you pictures of the jail before they clean up the walls, and you're welcome to take a look.
Whoa. Oh, dude, Talon, look, size.
Nigga, what is that?
I don't know.
I need to get lunch shots for you guys.
Stop it. Stop. Watch where you're going.
I can't.
Then don't look at it. Come on. Careful.
Look how far it is off the ground, too.
Castiel, come on.
Here. I didn't know we did double lung shots. Okay, double lung shot.
Nikki, come here.
Wait, this is what it's saying.
Nico, this is what it looked like in my dream.
And Uncle Coco.
Look at this, it's just a couch.
Nikki.
Mug shots. We're doing triple mug shots.
Castiel is 2 foot now.
Hey, bud. Remember where at the gas station?
This is
I
about
was trained on
4.
every one of these cash registers. You still has that one.
Oh, look, a typewriter. Music. What? Come in. Let me give a ring to my lads.
No, what's
What do
that?
y'all think about the jail cell in here? There used to be a bed up here, it's like the one upstairs.
What's that?
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Hang on, Mom.
Give a ring to my lads. These are cash registers that my grandparents had for the gas stations. Those are the first ones I ever had here.
Then I'm rolled down the steps.
Half the work.
You can just take that. Are you ready to put them down or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot to take the.
Careful, Cast.
And y'all are welcome to walk around and check out. I'm gonna be back right over here. I'll be in a little gift shop here.
This is the title.
Yeah, you guys have to go out this way.
I want to see what
Got cold down there.
Well, yeah, the lower you get, the colder it
Walk
gets.
the long way around.
Come to the gift shop. Your sister saw a book on mine. Oh, you guys this way.
They can come outside.
You guys, this way.
Okay.
It all comes back around to the same
My
spot.
daughter saw that there was a book online.
Where's the cat? Okay. Faster way. Maybe there's a faster way.
Oh, yeah, but they were running in the wrong spot.
Yeah, we could see everybody would run back around to the front.
I'd never be able to escape, so you wouldn't have to worry about me. I'm just gonna leave my phone and stuff.
Let's see the game shot at the time. Oh no, my face!
How'd you like the book?
Hey, don't throw your trash. Thank you. John Richard.
Are we supposed to leave these?
Right here, look. You, are you on that?
They're so gappy. Oh no!
3 people slept on that bed. The jailer, his body, and the child.